Today, Chris and his team are working very closely with over 75 dealers around this great country as a sales, growth, and business coach, and the metrics are soaring. It's a true privilege to be able to be up here with Chris together to deliver this ever-important message.
Thanks, everybody. Keep it going for Steve Schreiber, my good friend. Thank you so much, Steve. Thank you so much to the Generac executive team for having me up here today. Roxanne, Aaron, Jenny, this is absolutely incredible. I really appreciate you guys. Like Steve said, I am Chris Stilwell. I'm the owner and founder of a little company called TSSG. And we actually started up this pirate ship about 2 years ago, me and my partners, Dan Baum and Gary Vassis. And the reason why we started this business was to specifically help Generac dealers just like you. Help you guys grow your business through modernized process, procedures, and some innovative digital solutions. And that's what I'd like to talk to you guys about today up here, right? Steve's covered a lot of these problems that we've seen dealers have over the last 12 months. And what I want to do is talk to you guys about some of the solutions that we've created to fix these problems. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you guys some action items. I'm going to give you guys some ideas, some solutions that we've come up with to overcome these basic challenges. And what I'd like you guys to do for me is please take these items down, right? Write this stuff down. Take pictures of what we talk about, because these are proven strategies that work all over the country. We're going to talk about 3 different dealers today that overcame these 4 problems. Now, what I want you guys to understand is that these dealers are just like you. They're from all over the country with various backgrounds, histories, and size of dealership. And what I ask, if you guys can do me a favor, please, look for similarities in these stories. As humans, we often look for what's different, point out what's going to be different than us. That's why it doesn't apply to us. I want you guys to look for similarities here, and I want you guys to take some of these items back to your teams. And what Steve said before is extremely important, that word action, right? Actions, not words, is the through line you will see that ties together every single one of these dealers and the success that they got in 2025. And then what I'm going to ask you guys to do is take these action items back to your teams, put together some plans, and power forward in 2025. You guys ready to get started? Talk about optimizing that sales process?
Yeah.
All right, let's get going. So Steve already talked about the problems. First problem that we were seeing, low close rates and low appointment show rates. Guys, even if you have the best sales process and procedure, not every customer is going to show up to an appointment and not every customer is going to close. It's just the way that it goes. But we figured out a solution to be able to help with this problem. Pre-IHC customer engagement. Currently, right now, the time between scheduling an in-home consultation and the actual day of the appointment is a giant missed opportunity. Look, you guys have these customers captured. You have your phone numbers, you have their emails. And what are we doing to reach out to them? Maybe an appointment reminder? No, there's gotta be a better way. So what I'm gonna do is show you guys some ways that you can automate systems and processes and procedures to engage your customers before the in-home consultation. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna have more people show up to your appointments, and it's gonna have more people close day of appointment. I'm gonna show you guys how. So the first deal I'd like to talk about, my good buddy, Tom Pridgeon. Now, guys, Tom is the owner of Pridgeon Power down in North Carolina. And Tom's a great guy, family business guy. If you haven't met Tom, make sure to go up to him, shake his hand, thank him for his service, awesome military vet. And Tom has had this business for about 20 years. Tom was stagnant. In 2022, 2023, he was stuck. He started having customers tell him that there were some issues and that they didn't have enough information and they weren't ready to move forward. Let's talk about the specific challenges Tom had. First, Tom saw his closing rates drop. I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but post-COVID, Tom's customers started saying that, I think everything's going good. I think you have a great business. We'll call you back. Hey, this thing looks good. We'll get in touch with you later. He'd never hear back from them. And this is what people started to express to Tom. When they finally talked to him, they said that they were actually unprepared the day that Tom showed up for the in-home consultation. They didn't know enough about Generac. They didn't know enough about Tom's company to make a decision that day. And over the next couple weeks, they kind of stopped thinking about it. Process fell apart, and they never ended up buying. And this caused Tom's sales cycles to increase substantially. He was used to selling a generator in like 7 to 10 days, and now all of a sudden it's 30 to 60 days. What happens to that sales cycle, right? So last year at the Denver conference, Tom actually reached out to us at TSSG to see if we could meet up and talk and find some solutions. And what I'd like to do today is show you guys some of those solutions that we came up with to help Tom succeed. Here we go. Let's go through number one. First, as soon as Tom schedules a customer today, he makes sure that his CRM system automatically texts that customer. They instantly receive a text message, even when they're still on the phone with Tom, saying, hey, this is Tom from Frigid Power. I just want to let you know that this is how we communicate with our customers. Customer's like, oh, wow, that's great. Then as soon as they're scheduled in Tom's CRM, that customer gets another notification. Hey, we just scheduled your appointment. Here's the date. Here's the time. If you have any issues, questions, or concerns, click this link. That way they're talked to right away. They know that somebody's out there. And then we wait 24 hours and we send out an educational email. We send out an email to that customer that includes information about the company, Tom's values, and what sets him apart from his competition. That's a pretty good action item. And what this does, what I want you guys to understand is, this allows us to educate the customer before the in-home consultation. In this communication to the customer, we include articles, videos, infographics, all about Generac, the benefits of having a generator, and how they solve customers' common problem issues. We also give them reviews and case studies of other satisfied customers. And we make sure to outline the buying process. That way the customer understands all the steps involved in purchasing a generator. Just because you guys do this every day doesn't mean that a customer does. And what this does is this prepares customers to make decisions. It actually encourages questions. And we write in our summary to customers, we ask them to write down questions and bring a notepad with them to the in-home consultation. That way they can talk to the salesperson, they can talk to anybody else about those issues on that day. And we know you're busy. We know you got a lot going on. I bet dozens of you are missing appointments just by being here today. So we send out an appointment reminder the day before and the day of to make sure that we're top of mind with that customer. That way when we show up, they're prepared and ready to go. So Tom put these action items into place. He did this over the last 12 months. And I'd like to share with you guys some of the results that Tom's received. This year, Tom had a 52% increase in his close rate. He also saw a 216% increase in his sales year over year. From 2023 to 2024 was Tom's best year ever, guys. Tom is now sitting here today as an Elite Plus dealer. Let's give him a round of applause. It's a big applause. Small family business, 2 guys in this business, 2 guys in subbed-out electrical crews, right? And that's what he did by taking these actions into his business and committing to getting success. So what are the takeaways that you will get in your business if you take these same actions? Well, first of all, you're going to see higher show rates. More people are going to start showing up to their appointments because they've got more information. They know what's on the line. Also, you're going to see improved close rates. More informed customers are better prepared and ready to make a decision, and it leads to more people signing at the table. And finally, an enhanced customer experience. When you provide this valuable information up front, it positions you as a leader, not just a dealer. This way, people have trust in you, they understand your business, and they can move forward with you on their own time. If we take advantage of this pre-IHC customer engagement, we are filling that gap in educating our customers. People will show up ready to buy and ready to sign a check, hopefully. All right, what's the next problem we talked about? Well, follow-up process. Right? Listen, I've talked to dozens, if not hundreds of dealers about their follow-up process. And if you guys are in that same boat, you might not have the best follow-up process, right? I think a lot of the time we look at it as if that customer didn't sign that day, I'm probably not going to get them. It's absolutely not true. We need to stop losing leads post in-home consultation. Let's talk about some ways how. Embracing an effective follow-up process is going to keep the consequences of a power outage at the top of mind for a customer, okay? What you can do is if you can continually keep communicating with that customer after the sale, not high-impact communications, not knock on their door, call them every 15 minutes, but stay in their line of sight. When they are ready to make that decision, they're gonna call and talk to your company. Now, I wanna talk to you guys about a couple of dealers who were able to overcome this challenge. I'm talking about my buddies, Cody and Dylan Stevens. These guys own Nashville Power down in Austin, Texas. Some of my favorite guys. These are guys like my little brothers who are much taller and much better looking. And I really, really love working with these guys. Cody and Dylan actually come from a completely different industry. They've only been in business for 18 months. These guys actually left their success in the fitness industry, cashed in their chips, and decided that they wanted to help people with home backup power solutions in Austin, Texas. So they started up their business, and of course, with a new business, they had some challenges with the sales process. So I want you guys to look at these challenges, see if this is anything you can relate to in your business, and we'll talk about some ways you might be able to fix it. First, although Cody took the incredible kitchen table training class that Wendy and James run, I couldn't recommend it more, guys. It's an incredible class. It gives you all the skills necessary, and actually a through line with all of the TSSG dealers is every single one of our dealers has taken that course, right? But despite taking that course and having a great in-home consultation, he wasn't seeing as many people close at the table as he expected. So what did Cody do? Well, he doubled down on new leads, right, Steve? Hey, we're not getting the closes. We need to get more leads, more and more leads. Played the number game. Well, guys, that numbers game is costly and it takes a lot of time. And Cody was booking a lot of appointments and not closing a lot of deals, which meant he ended up having low close rates, which as a new dealer in power play, we've seen doesn't put you in the best position to get more and more leads. He needed to find a better way. So Cody actually went on Facebook. It's funny, he went to a generator forum, on Facebook, and he said, hey, I'm looking for help. What can you guys do? And a couple people happened to recommend me. And I ended up speaking to him, and we were able to put together some action items that Cody and Dylan were able to apply inside of their business to get success over the past 12 months. Let's talk about what they did to turn this around. First thing, they realized the importance of follow-ups. They took advantage of the follow-up process. These guys decided that they understood customers will start closing if we follow up quicker. So they started looking at follow-ups as an opportunity, not a setback. Cody doesn't even really try to close people at the table anymore because he has such a good follow-up process. They're able to reach out the next day and secure those sales. It's a much lower impact thing. Second, he utilizes the office. These guys don't do follow-up calls themselves. There's nothing weirder than a salesperson going to your house, asking you if you want to buy something, them saying you need a couple days, and then you call them back like the next day and go, so did you change your mind? No. What we do is have an outside person, a third party, a low impact person, somebody in the office, call that customer and ask how the appointment went. And then at the end, we ask them, what are the next steps you would like? And we make sure to structure this process. Consistency is key here. We don't call the customers when it's not busy or when we have the time. No, it's a part of the process. So we schedule these regular touch points and we make sure that they come in at appropriate intervals. And we use the inside office team to do this. Look, your salespeople have enough stuff to do, and if you want them to sell more, stop giving them more tasks. Follow-up should be done in the office by either the office, the manager, or maybe even the owner if you really want to secure those sales. And finally, these guys embrace technology. Cody asked every single customer at the end of their IHC, how would you like me to follow up with you? How would you like me to contact you in the future? And he gives them 3 options: email, phone, or text. He puts that in his CRM, and that communicates with the customer that way. Guys, the results that they got in the first year were ridiculous. These guys sold more than 100 Generac generators in their first year. Every one of them's installed. The number actually might be more like 140. Now we're looking at the other end.
Close.
I think it's close.
Yeah.
They generated in a brand new business in Austin, Texas, in a competitive market, $1.7 million in revenue. And it's because they carry a 53% close rate in power play. Why? And like Steve said, 80% of those sales come over the phone during the follow-up process. That's a great first year. Let's give these guys a round of applause, huh?
Yeah!
What a ridiculous year.
That's
incredible. Cody and Dylan, what a great job, right? So what are the key takeaways that you'll get in your business if you do the same things Cody and Dylan did? First, you will get higher conversion rates. An effective follow-up process means more sales. It's why management's always telling you to follow up. They know it's going to create more sales. We need a process for it. Second, if you embrace these action items, you will see a much better customer perception. Look, when you're not trying to hard close somebody at the table, they're much more willing to talk to you later on. And the customers that are more willing to talk to you are customers who are more willing to work with you. And finally, you will see those stronger customer relationships. And if you can build stronger customer relationships, you're going to start getting referrals and not have to worry about constantly filling that lead pipeline. So those are 2 out of 3 challenges. And the last one's actually kind of relevant right now because I'm kind of running out of time. So let's just go through this one real quick. It's not enough time. How about that, huh? Nobody's got enough time. I got a clock ticking in front of me in case you guys don't know. By the way, if I seem nervous, guys, it's because I've been extremely nervous while I was up here.
Yeah.
So I just want to let you guys know.
5 minutes.
We're moving, baby. We're moving. Okay. So this is what I want to talk about time. If you don't have enough time in your business, if you don't have enough time in your day, the way to fix that is by leveraging systems to automate operations inside your businesses. Now, I don't mean find a square peg and fit it into a round hole. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about finding systems that can work specifically for your business to automate things, to make your life easier, to give you time back in your day. Now, I want to talk to you guys about a dealer who had this issue. My buddy, the one, the only, Kevin Larenson. Give me a big shout out for Kevin Larenson. Oklahoma, baby, in the house. That's right. All right, now, if anybody knows Kevin Larenson, you guys know Kevin is a dedicated dealer. He's been doing this since 2008. He's an absolute savant with math and generators and all that good stuff I can't do. Even the best, most dedicated dealers still have issues behind the scenes. I want to talk to you guys about some of the problems that Kevin was running into over the last couple of years as his business expanded to a level he wasn't ready to deal with. First thing, Kevin was dealing with outdated systems. He had a CRM system that was like 15 years old. Man, that thing was killing him. It was stuck on a server in a back room that they had to keep going. He also was using Excel spreadsheets, like QuickBooks, emails, calendar, a texting service, a quoting service. He had like 6 or 7 outdated programs that he was using in one business. They were spending more time because they had inefficient processes. These old systems led to them having bad built-up processes, and they had been in business so long, they were just doing things the way they had always been doing them. They didn't look at those processes and procedures and say, why do we do it this way? They said, no, this is the way we do it. Doesn't matter how long it takes. And what got crazy is because the business got so big, they got overwhelmed with administrative tasks to the point where their generator sales and service was kind of taking a back seat because it was sidelined because they had to spend so much time and energy running the business. Kevin knew there had to be a better way. That's when he reached out to my buddy, Caleb Reynolds, the incredible DSM, senior DSM out of Texas, Oklahoma. And Caleb actually got him in touch with me. Caleb had met me a couple years ago, I think either Orlando or Vegas. And he knew that we had this company going and saw if we could help Kevin out. I want to talk to you guys about the action items I did with Kevin to help him out. First thing, we implemented the right system into Kevin's location. He didn't have to do it himself. He had us come in and put in a CRM system and an FSM system. Now, the CRM system he uses, a customer relationship management system, automates most of his business. It automates scheduling for new calls. It automates follow-up. It automates all their customer communication, text, emails, everything in one central location. And this ensures that every single customer interaction is documented and taken care of through a procedure. Nobody falls through the cracks at Oklahoma Generator. Also, they implemented an FSM system, a field service management system. They use this field service management system to tie their office with their field teams. It streamlined their field operations. It does all their scheduling, all their dispatching, and all that other stuff. It enhances the coordination between both of his teams. Front of house and back of house are now on the same page, creating a lot less confusion inside the business. Next, Kevin set up pipelines and automation for his entire sales process. So inside the CRM, anytime that Kevin wants, he can look at a deal board that shows him every deal, whether it's a lead, whether it's been scheduled, if they've had a quote already, if they've been followed up with, if they've said yes, if they've said no, the reasons why, and any statuses associated. Kevin has a snapshot of every part of his sales process inside the business at his fingertips whenever he needs it. Next, he set up these digital tools for the field. And this is what's so important is giving these guys in the field the proper tools to be successful. So he enabled that field staff. Everything's on their cell phone, super easy to use. Now they can take pictures, job notes, take down information for warranties, all done in one simple system on their phone. Even dispatches, sending them to appointments, and it takes payments from customers. And what do customers want? They want their life to be easy. If you make it easy for people to pay you, they will pay you. And this allowed Kevin to do what you guys are all looking to do, what the success everyone's looking for, what we're here to talk about today, modernize his business. These systems will help him stay ahead of his competition because they've already set him apart. And it's modernizing the expectations. Guys, customers have higher expectations. I don't know if anybody knows this, if you've done sales or dealt with customers. Customers' expectations are insane today. It's outrageous, right? So if you're able to meet the customers where they want to be met on a digital platform through email or text, it's gonna be so much easier for you, just like it was for Kevin. Now, you guys think Kevin's got a successful business. Yeah, he's crushing it out there. How well could he have done last year? Well, let's go through the results that came up in 2024. First of all, Kevin and his team saw a 63% decrease in their administrative tasks. We took an entire sheet and wrote down everything that they did in the business. 60% of that is now automated. Think about what you can get back with 60% of your day. Kevin also had some outstanding AR. Some of his customers owed him some money, but those automated texts and emails that we sent out recovered over $100,000 of outstanding AR. And Kevin's payment cycles went from 30 days down to 3 days because he takes payments in the field. And because every single customer that gets a service from Oklahoma Generator gets an instant text message afterwards that asks for a review and gives us a link online, Kevin secured 160 5-star Google reviews from September till the end of the year, which is a pretty good year in 2024. Not to mention, guys, Kevin had the biggest year he ever had and bought more than $2.4 million worth of generators from Generac. Let's give him a round of applause.
Yeah!
Huh? How about Kevin there? Make sure to shake his hand and say thank you. Now, what will you see in your business if you take these same FSM and CRM systems and automate things? First, you're gonna see time and cost savings back. You guys are gonna get time back in your life. Yeah, you're gonna make an investment of some time and some cost, but it's gonna pay off. Next, you're gonna see increased efficiency. Your staff is going to get more done because you're making their lives easier, right? If they don't have to wake up and move a boulder for 4 hours every day, they're gonna get a lot more work done. And finally, you get an enhanced professional image. When you're texting, emailing, and communicating your customers that way, people look at you completely differently. If you're able to leverage these systems and automate your business, you're not playing on the same field as everybody else. You're setting yourself apart. Now, we spent a lot of time up here today. Thank you so much, Steve. Appreciate it. And I kind of want to wrap this up by leaving you guys with one thought. In 2025, standing still as a Generac dealer is not an option. The world is moving too quickly. We talked about some ways that you can optimize your sales process through simple action items. And you guys see the results that you're going to get. So what I ask from you, each and every one of you, I'm going to challenge you guys. I challenge you guys to take these action items back to your teams and put plans in place to power forward in 2025. Now, I want to say thank you again to my buddy Steve Schreiber for having me up today. Everybody from Generac, thank you guys for listening. I've been Chris Stilwell. Big things to come. Woo!